Hey, this is Pam Perry. All right. I am in webinar mode and I'm waiting on Dr. Stacie. Yes, I am in webinar mode and we are going to be talking about, Faithpreneur Weekend. Yay. Okay. All right, so let's add her as a, there. Are you there? Yay. Let me unmute you. There you are. I love technology when it works.
Exactly.
Yes. I'm so excited. We are actually countdown mode.
Countdown.
Different hairstyle. But Dr. Stacie NC Grant.
I might pull it back down for the event.
Hey, this is how we roll. This is how we roll. We are all things. So we could be different hairstyles, different hair colors, lashes, no lashes, glasses. It doesn't matter. But the main thing is that it's a Faithpreneur weekend.
Yes.
So I am so glad to have her. She is the cover girl for August. Yay! For Speakers Magazine. And if you haven't seen it, you can actually go to speakersmagazine.net, read the issue. But what I want her to do is to really speak out what Faithpreneur is all about. If you see this cute little picture right here with her grandma in the corner, she'll kind of give you a little bit about that. But also too, she's going to be doing the Legacy Gala. Stacie, I'm just so excited. Jewel Diamond, Taylor, Les Brown, George Frazier, Linda Clemens, Dr. Joe. I mean, I'm just like, what? I'm like Dr. Emma Frazier, Vera Moore. I mean, so you hand selected these people for a reason. So I want you to tell people what these people mean to you. But first, I want you to tell them what this person means to you and what is a Faithpreneur. What is a Faithpreneur?
Absolutely. First of all, let me just say, Pam, I just love you. I love the way you show up in the world. Speaker Magazine is thebomb.com. So if you all are not following or somebody shared this out, make sure you follow Pam and what she's doing. What I love about you, Pam, is your desire to truly be a blessing in the marketplace, to amplify the stories and the voices of speakers who are making a difference on the planet. And I am just thrilled that I can call you friend, that we've been able to partner on this journey to Faithpreneur Weekend, and it truly is a blessing. So
it is. I'm so excited. And it's at the Marriott Marquis, the legendary, the famed Marquis. So anyway, tell us about how the concept came about and then what's
Absolutely. So as Pam just shared, that picture is a special picture. It's a picture that my husband superimposed my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. And she left this planet December 15th, 2015, at 98 years young. So I talk about my grandma everywhere I go. I'm grandma's baby brat. I'm number 8. She had 7 kids. And at 98 years old, the legacy that she left us was so rich in faith. She always said, I might not have an abundance of houses, cars, and money to leave, but what I will leave is for each of you to develop your own relationship with God and to understand that that's the foundation of anything and any success that you desire. And that's how she raised her children. That's how she influenced her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren while she was on this planet. And here's the thing, Pam, that this is so personal to me. Not only am I honoring her, because the year after she passed, we launched Action Despite the Distraction. And that was on the eve of her birthday. And my celebration of the lessons and the life lessons I share and what she taught. Last year, we did her 100th celebration in heaven, because she would have been 100 years old if she was here in 2017. And this year, we're taking it to a whole nother level with Faithpreneur Weekend. And we're going to be announcing what we are doing in her honor at that Legacy Gala. So I'm excited about that, and that my entire family gets to be a part of celebrating and documenting the legacy, because so many times we forget where we came from, that somebody had to pave the way. And Pam, as I talk to you right now, I'm just really humbled that I'm a beneficiary of every prayer that she prayed, every desire that she wanted for her children's children. I'm living that out. And this Faithpreneur weekend is about some of the information that I wish she had, because I found out that she was an entrepreneur. And this is when we were laying her to rest. Pam, I was like, what? I thought I knew everything about my grandmother. And my aunt said, no, your grandfather built a whole side to the house and she set up a store. She was selling, and we're from Jamaica, West Indies. So those of you that are not West Indian, I'm going to give you the English translation. But basically people came and said, Miss Pearl, me beg, you know, me pay you tomorrow if you just give me today. Basically that's layaway in, urban, right? Layaway. Coming, asking for a favor, asking for a loan or to put it down or to put a little bit of money down. And my grandfather said, this is not business. You're giving it away. And in this conference for Faithpreneur Weekend, if my grandmother had had a Faithpreneur Weekend where she could focus on revenue, resources, and relationships, where she could have cultivated her business, she might have been able to not only leave the legacy of faith, but she could have left a thriving business that we all could have taken over and expanded. So I feel that I'm living out her dream, and I didn't even realize that was one of my grandmother's dreams. Wow. And I'm glad that before she left this planet, she saw how I put my first product out in honor of her, and she started to see some of what was happening, but now she's viewing from above. So this weekend is my way of celebrating that legacy, of helping my other faithpreneurs. And if you're saying, well, what is a faithpreneur? A faithpreneur is a faith-based entrepreneur with a fidelity to God in organizing, managing, and running their business, and or a faith-based professional that's still on their job. They're number one investor, but they want to bring out another stream of income because they're not too clear that retirement is going to be as cushiony as they would like. So they have some transferable skills, some things that they want to do in the marketplace that they can also benefit from. So that's what a faithpreneur is. You know, I'm blessed that I own Faithpreneur because we were able to protect it, but I realize it's not about me, but what God has done through me. And we're going to be talking about intellectual property at the conference too. That's a part of the resources panel, but it's all about the 3 R's: revenue, resources, and relationships. Pam, if I had gotten that right earlier on in my development, things might have been a little different, but I had to experience what I experienced so I can help those who need that assistance, who want to scale their business, who are tired of trying to just make ends meet, but to really look at ways that they can increase revenue the right way and protect their streams of income, and look at how to leverage business credit. What sort of resources are in place? Are you protecting your intellectual property? So many people, and Pam, you know this, speakers, authors, other small business owners, all of this intellectual property flying all over the marketplace, and you're not protecting it. So anybody can take your stuff. So it's about you being able to really understand how to leverage the right sort of resource and systems, and then the relationships. We can't do this thing called life alone. We need other people. We need individuals with
teamwork makes the dream work. That's right.
That's why our partnership is so special to me, because it's about how do you collaborate with the best of the best. It's not about you thinking that you're all that in a bag of chips. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, I quote him all the time. I'm going to give him a call and tell him he owes me a check. But it is great. He said, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need a new group. It's not about you being just the only one that everyone's like, ooh, oh, they're so amazing. No, I love to brag about my friends because my relationship, equity, and capital is boss level, that they can help me dream a bigger dream, stretch and do more, because that's what Faithpreneur is about. Walking in the faith, because you can talk about it, but it's another thing to live it. And trust me when I tell you, I didn't know, Pam, calling this Faithpreneur weekend was going to stretch all of my face.
That's what it's about. You got to walk it like you're talking.
Walk it like you're talking. And then you mentioned the Legacy Gala. I chose these individuals because I have had a relationship with each and every one of them. They've been mentors to me. We've worked together. They have inspired my platform. And I said, you know, I want to just celebrate them all at one time and just thank them publicly for the way in which they have shown up in the world with their multi-million-dollar brands and the things that they're doing. So it's just my way of being able to celebrate the living legends and thank them for all that they have done and all that they have poured into my life. So
people can go to faithpreneurweekend.com and they can still get tickets.
They can still get tickets if they're catching this broadcast. We did let the Faith promotional code. You can go in and squeeze that in on the weekend. You can use Faith because you're listening to Pam Perry's broadcast, because you're following Speaker Magazine, because you're a part of her tribe. So you can go ahead and use the code Faith so you can get a discount for the entire weekend's event, or you can choose to just come to one of the events. And all that's laid out on the website, faithpreneurweekend.com. So we're looking for anyone who's saying, I'm in business, I have had some success, but I know there's more that I can do. There's some gaps that need to be filled. It's actionable work that we're going through on her birthday. That's why it's in August. A lot of my friends are at Martha's Vineyard like, girl, why are you doing it now? I can't change my grandmother's birthday. That's what her birthday is. So it's August 17th is the actual date of the conference portion. The gala is the 16th, that eve. And then we wrap up on Saturday morning from 8 to 11 with our prayer breakfast.
VIP prayer breakfast.
VIP prayer, because everybody's a very important person.
I like that. And then, you know, Dr. Stacie, so this is one of the things I like about you, that you have faith, you do the prayer breakfast, but you also have these sponsors. So tell us a little bit about like Delta, Miss Jessie, all the sponsors that you've been getting. Virgin Islands, I saw was a sponsor. How do they feel about you being a faithpreneur, really talking about God openly, and then also having corporate dollars? So explain how you do that balance, because that's really interesting for a lot of people like myself, who's an open Christian, but corporate dollars are like, oh, we don't want religion in that. So kind of explain how you walk that tightrope.
The tightrope is relationships. It's relationship and relationship building, because I did have some people that said, oh, I wish I could support you, but, you know, we really can't touch anything that's, you know, talking about faith and religion. And that's fine, because I'm not going to be for everybody, and my platform is not for everybody. But if you trust God, then he will open up the doors he has for you, right? You don't have to force fit yourself into something that doesn't belong to you. So it was relationship building for every sponsor that came on board and said, you know, we're going to give this a chance. We're going to give this a try, because I've done tons of events for clients, partnerships, collaborations, and my own, but this is the first inaugural Faithpreneur weekend. So a sponsor was taking a chance with saying that we're going to come on board and we're going to support you. So I want to definitely thank Delta Airlines for saying, yep, we're coming on board. Miss Jessie's was the first one. Miko Branch, that's one of my dear friends. Love her. And see, when your friends show up for you when you really need it, that really tells you who sits in your front row. Vera Moore Cosmetics, one of the honorees as well as sponsors. We have innovation partners out of North Carolina who said, we love what you're doing and we definitely want to come on board. Bahamas, tourism and aviation. They said, let's build this relationship. Because
Bahamas.
The Bahamas. And we're looking to do some things over there in the Bahamas and just bridge the gap. I'm an island daughter.
I'm going to be there.
So we're going to be talking about that. At the Bahamas, we have, I want to go through some that just came on recently. I want to talk about some of the churches. I put out a clergy challenge, and I said, you know, a lot of times we don't want to mix this conversation about business and faith and finance with church. But hello, if God gave you something, he gave it to you so that you can multiply it in the marketplace, that you can stand as a witness. And I said, well, how many clergy will come on board and sponsor their bright and brilliant small business owners to come to the conference and actually participate and then bring what they learned back to sow into the kingdom where they are? So, you know, a lot of pastors say, oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds great. But I want to shout out St. Paul's Community Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York, Reverend David K. Brawley, the first one to come in and say, we have 10 coming. And
I love that.
More to follow up today and tomorrow to say, I'm going to bring my 10 and I'm going to bring my 10, because that's the only way we can multiply the good news of the gospel, that you can stand in fidelity to God, you can walk with integrity, and you don't have to compromise, and you can make some money. How about it?
I love that.
So I'm thrilled about St. Paul's coming on. We've had some printing sponsors that have showed up in a big way for us. Save More Printing and All Time. We've had, I got to go through all of them now. I don't have all my notes out, but folks are coming in in the 11th hour to say, don't worry, we got you. We're going to make sure we get people there. Movis Media Group, I want to shout them out for coming in. The Jason Hodge and the THJ, did I say it right, Jason? Well, it's Jason Hodge and his media group that has come in to do
Jason was doing it.
Dynamic Endeavors, Latanya Boyd, Creative Genius, who is some of the images that you've seen that they've created. My own child, DJ J-Vibe. You know, I got to give him a shout out. It's his birthday. And he's sponsoring Granted Productions, is handling the filming. It's just so many people that have come on board, and we're still looking. We're down to the wire, and we're still looking to close this out. So people are saying,
and you got Macy's as a sponsor too.
And Macy's as a sponsor. I was getting to that fun part. Macy's and Bloomingdale and the Brownstone and another couture line are going to be participating. And I have another surprise that I have to actually make a call to announce that we'll have some participation in raising some awareness and support for a nonprofit that gives suits out to men. That suits you with PK Kersey. So it's just a lot of excitement leading up to this week. A lot of nerve wracking, like, oh, okay, Jesus, I said this was Faithpreneur. I'm gonna hold on to my faith. To make sure it comes together. But the good news is, because of people like you, Pam, you have done such an amazing job with Speaker Magazine and Netstruck PR. Let me shout out Sharon Lead as well.
Yeah, Sharon, yay!
An amazing job holding up my hand in this endeavor. I'm just excited. And those that are saying that, what can we do to fill the gap? And I'm telling people who are watching and listening, like, I don't know if I can make it. Sponsor someone to come. If you believe that you know a faithpreneur that's in the area that they can get here driving and just travel in for this event to get the resources and information that's going to be shared, then go ahead and sponsor them at faithpreneurweekend.com. Or if you know somebody that this would be a wonderful audience to get in front of, and you're saying, well, is there room for anybody else to participate? Just reach out to us immediately so that we can make that happen. And, you know, you get to the point, Pam, when you talk about faith, you just have to stand. When you've done all that you can do, all you can do is just stand and knowing that God's word is. So hey, everybody that's watching.
I know Manetta here just came on. Manetta is also a ministry marketplace ministry business as well. So Faithpreneur is something that she definitely would be interested in. But I like the fact that you have Linda Clemens, Jill Diamond Taylor, who I love. These are awesome speakers, and you are actually honoring them. And one of the things that you can't really, like, this live stream is great. I love live streaming. And Dr. Stacie, we've met online before we actually met in person. But when we met in person, it was like Mary and Elizabeth, you know, we made each other's babies jump, you know, it was just kind of like, yes, you know, because it's about the energy of being in the presence of other people and really having those positive vibes and really getting to know people one-on-one. So I just always encourage people to get out from beyond the computer, go to the event, go to the Marriott. It's the, the Faithpreneur Weekend, the Marriott Marquis on Broadway next weekend, and actually show up, meet Dr. Stacie, meet all of her legacy guests, meet me. I'll be interviewing people live on the red carpet. You're gonna have a red carpet or some type of Dr. Stacie red carpet. Blue carpet. Okay, no, right, because it's blue. We got the blue and the gold. Remember I was telling you about that. It's like, okay, we're gonna do blue and gold. It's all right. And actually go out and actually meet people. That's how she talks about the 3 R's: revenue, resources, and relationships. And relationships only happen when you show up and you show in the space and you make the investment. You got to make the investment.
And we have that lunch panel is a bonus. Deja Vu from BLS, WBLS in New York. She's going to be hosting that conversation with
I didn't know that. Yes. WBLS is a legend for people in media. That's like the legend.
Absolutely. So she's coming out. I'm actually going to be on air tomorrow with Open Line about talking about the event. So we're excited about that. And we have a bonus panel. We have Dr. Yolanda Lewis-Ragland, who's doing her book release at the event. And it's Dr. Yolanda's Soul Food Diet, and really helping you with 10 ways in which you can burn the right carbs and stay away from the wrong foods, because this panel is about honoring your temple. We can't be out here working to help everybody and save the world, and we're broken down.
Right.
So I'm going to really have that
health as well. That's true. Health is wealth.
Absolutely. So we're really going to enjoy that. And then I have some surprise presentations that'll be in between our sessions for my platform ready VIPs who are sharing their story with the world, and they're now going to have a platform to be able to do that. So it's a lot going on. And that Saturday morning, we close out early, 8 to 11, and St. John's University Gospel Choir is performing. I'm a founding member of that choir. That was my undergrad, and it's a full circle moment. Now, I'm not that old, Pam, but they are 30 years old, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just an honor to have them come and perform. And I do a VIP prayer call every single Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. I've been doing this for years. And this is a way for everyone to come together and just pray and praise the Thanksgiving for what we know will be an awesome event. So I'm really looking forward to that closeout. So that's what it is. Grandma, I hope you're looking down and smiling and just proud that God can give you a bird's eye view, angel eye view of what your prayers have yielded and what is being manifested as part of your legacy on this planet.
And I just want to say that you are doing it. You are really doing it. This is, how do I say it? Putting on a conference is not easy. And actually doing it over a weekend is not easy. Getting sponsors is not easy. But you are walking it out, honoring your grandma, and actually showing people of faith, how they can be successful in business without compromising your values. And that's so important. That's what we call marketplace ministry. So Dr. Stacie, you have been doing this for a long time. You are richly blessed, and you are doing this to share the blessing around, because it's not good just to be blessed. You want to share the blessing around. We're blessed to be a blessing. So I just want to thank you for really, really bringing it. I called you the Destiny Diva.
Destiny Diva, oh my goodness, I love that, the Destiny Diva. You know, I love that diva title. No, but that it's an honor. And Pam, you know, the work that you're doing, I have to underscore some more. Just the gratitude. I know so many speakers are thrilled when they are able to be featured in Speakers Magazine, you know, to be a cover girl. That I need a blow up. I'm putting the blow up at my front door so everybody can see I was on the cover of Speakers Magazine. But it's just a thrill to see your husband be able to support you in your partnership and work. You know, we both talk about our husbands that we're not.
Yes, they be on it, don't they? He's like my behind the scenes camera guy.
Yeah. And mine has a full-blown photography and video company that was birthed out of watching what I was doing and supporting me. So he says he's the first Destiny Designers University graduate.
Hey, there you go. I love it.
So it's a blessing. So you tell Mark I thank him as well for his partnership and his support of Faithpreneur Weekend 2K18, and just the way the two of you just show a beautiful sacrament of marriage and what that honoring that looks like. We don't have a lot of examples that are positive, and a lot of people don't want to talk about relationships because they're in rough ones, but I like to pause for the cause and say possible when you walk equally yoked with who God has ordained for your life, because when you're doing what we do, you have to have the right partner.
Yes.
Who believes and is not intimidated by your anointing, but supports it and lifts you up. So I just had to add that too, Sid.
Thank you. That is so true. That is so true. I could not do this, and you could not do this without the support of our partners, you know, of our spouses, for our husbands, because they see our vision and they more or less like help us run with it. And so yeah, even like the smallest things, it's just like, you know, sometimes I may need like coffee break. Like I need my Starbucks white chocolate mocha. It's like, okay, she's running on fumes. Here, keep going. It's like, you got to do it. So it is so important. And I can't wait to see you next weekend. Well, actually the 16th, August 16th through the 18th. So that's the whole thing there. So, hey, Manetta. So what is it that we want to leave people with? Something that I know that they have the code FAITH that they could use, but I want them to go to faithpreneurweekend.com. But you're going to have something rolling out, Dr. Stacie. Do you want to talk about that now, or you want to just leave it for the conference?
We'll leave it for the conference. Okay. This is just a teaser. So we'll leave it for the conference so that everybody knows what's going on. But stay connected, because this is just the beginning of what's coming and how all of this is being orchestrated. But what I want to leave with you is that as you listen to our conversation, and if something has touched your heart and your spirit, what I've learned and what I know to be true is that God places people and opportunities in our lives for a reason. Because if we're moving according to the speed of purpose, we will recognize when angels do show up in our lives to help us execute the thing that we were put on the planet to do. And one of the scriptures that God gave me, it was a couple of scriptures that I've been going to as a reference point for the middle, getting to the end of this whole project. And the first one is Luke 1:37, for nothing shall be impossible with God. And I have to keep remembering that, because there are moments when you're going through that you're like, I don't know, is my Wi-Fi working, Jesus? Hello, what's going on? And he will remind you, in the scripture that you will see on all the promotion of this event is my grandmother's favorite scripture, Isaiah 30:41. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their
strength. Ooh, yes.
Mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And I have to keep reminding myself of that, because God's got this. When you're doing the thing that he's called you to do, whatever comes up against you, whatever tries to distract you, whoever tries to steal your joy, rebuke them in the name of Jesus and keep walking according to your divine assignment. At the end of the day, we all need to show up in excellence. We all need to show up doing the thing that we were called to do. I can't do Pam's assignment. She can't do my assignment, and we can't do your assignment. But I hope that out of everything that you've heard tonight, you're inspired to step into your destiny in a new way, to walk with what God has already placed over your life, and to know that he is the author and the finisher of our faith. And faith has to be acted on. It can't just be spoken of.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That is it. Oh my God. That is it. That is it. You have to walk it out. You have to. So we are right now at 30 minutes. And faithpreneurweekend.com. I want people to go to that. And Dr. Stacie, I'm going to share this to our groups. Okay. And hopefully people will not sleep on this and actually get there, because I'm telling you, it only happens once a year, right? So, you want 2019 to be better, you got to do something different. So that's one of the main things. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want people to go to Faithpreneur Weekend, and I will see you next on the 16th.
On the 16th, a couple of days. It's countdown mode. Yes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. You all have a good rest of the weekend. We'll talk to you later. Bye.